Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. It is Tuesday. I hope you had a good day. My name is Todd. This is the Todd Reacts live stream. Excuse me. Wow. Hope you enjoyed the solar eclipse yesterday. Got a good view of it. For me, I woke up and it was just cloudy. Not like sparsely clouded. I'm talking the entire sky was just one big cloud. I was like, come on now. All this, build up and everyone talking about it. And then I look outside and it's just gray day. Can't see anything. It's just completely covered. Made no sense. Ugh. Mother Nature was just not playing ball for us in this area, apparently. But I've seen plenty of wonderful things in the sky. I mean, I used to live in Florida, which I saw space shuttle launches during the day, which was beautiful. And I lived close enough to Cape Canaveral or Kennedy Space Center, where I got to see quite a trail of smoke, or whatever you want to call it, going up. And I also saw a night launch, which was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Because I was close enough, it literally lit up the sky like orange as it was going up. It was super cool. Looked great. Always fascinating to see NASA stuff, or I guess now SpaceX. But apparently NASA's still working on some stuff. They're working on a moon landing. That should be interesting. I've always loved space. I think it's really maybe not the final frontier, because we do have a lot of the ocean we haven't looked at. But at least distance-wise, it's certainly a frontier. Probably one of the weirdest sky moments that I've been a part of is when I moved to Florida, that was in the summer of 2004, and we had 3 major hurricanes go over us, which was not fun, not a great introduction. Hey, welcome to the state. We're going to try to destroy your property. But one of the coolest things was during a hurricane that went literally directly over the house, there's the eye of the storm, the eye of the hurricane, and it just gets super quiet. Like, it was just hell breaking loose for hours as these bands kept going around of like severe thunderstorms, hail, rain, and eventually tornadoes, which is just something they don't tell you about, or maybe you don't know about. But yeah, after the hurricane rolls through, most of the time it just spins off tornadoes like crazy, which is great, which is totally fun. Makes you feel wonderful. But yeah, the eye of the storm was stunning. It was so loud, and then it was just silent. Like it was just a normal day. It was so strange. Like the sun was out, and then the sky turned like these funky colors, and I'm like, what is happening right now? This is like some weird fever dream or something. And then as soon as the eye crossed over, it just turned back to hell. It was unbelievable to be a part of. I highly recommend it. If you want to fear for your life and also see some pretty cool nature stuff. But probably one of the most terrifying. I know hurricanes are pretty terrifying, mostly not to Floridians. They throw like hurricane parties, like they get together at their houses and like drink and like party. So if you're born in Florida, chances are you're just used to them at that point, and it just becomes fun, which is hilarious to me. But probably the scariest sky I've ever seen. I was in Michigan. I was a kid, and it was like 2 p.m., but we had severe thunderstorms rolling through, and this was like the most severe thunderstorm I've ever seen. Like we were under a tornado warning and everything. Like the sky at 2 p.m. went totally black. Like it was just nighttime. It was dark everywhere you looked, and it was terrifying. Like it was just a normal day and then dark, like nighttime, like midnight. That freaked me out completely. We heard the tornado sirens going off, like, Usually those go off when they actually spot a tornado or one is touched down somewhere. So the entire time I'm just freaking out. The family's freaking out. Oh my gosh. That was unbelievably scary. I still have a vivid memory of that, to the point where I don't think I'll ever forget that. Let me know of any terrifying weather scenarios you've been in, or how you enjoyed the eclipse down below in the comments. If you're unaware, if you're watching this on Twitch, I upload these to YouTube, which is my main source of connecting with folks. I'm just on Twitch to, number one, it's easy to do these live stream things, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just start here because I have to do so many of these to catch up on requests that I don't want to flood my YouTube with it. But eventually, these will be regular live streams on YouTube. Basically once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on the amount. I don't know about the gaming streams. I might keep those to Twitch, but maybe I'll dual stream those or something. But anyway, thanks for joining. Today we have we have 5 videos from Emmerdale, KinnPorsche, SPRINA, Arrowverse, and The Walking Dead. So it should be a good, eclectic group. I always try to, mix it up, so there's something for everybody. And yeah, the first one we start with is Emmerdale. Apparently it's a British soap opera or drama. I've never heard of it. We're going to do typically what we do here, which is we watch the clip, we react to it, and then we do a little research to figure out what the heck we just saw. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's make sure this is working. That would be great. Okay, let's go.
Usually only one reason I find you stood here with that look on your face.
Another late delivery.
All right, maybe 2, the other being Aaron.
Must have stayed over at Adam's. It's no big deal.
What's Aaron about?
Didn't he crash at yours?
Nope. Guess you don't know where he is either. Come on, Scrap.
Aaron's a big boy. Can look after himself.
Aaron's fragile, isn't he?
Hardly saw you last night. Where were you?
Clearly lives with his parents, I think.
You went running this morning and twice yesterday. Could start coming with you, and I'll be ahead of you all the way.
I can't help if you don't tell me.
He's definitely going through something. If you just randomly start multiple times a day running, something is probably a little off. But I will say, that is a great way to burn off some stress or, get your head right. Physical activity.
I'm just seeing someone. Do you love him?
Oh, Aaron, you idiot.
This, us, it isn't real.
What?
He's not offering anymore, is he? So I'll just take.
Hey, what's up, Bryn?
You're better than that.
There's clearly something on your mind.
It's Katie.
I never knew this would happen. You brought her here because you were selfish and jealous, and you couldn't stand to see me get married. I'm sorry. If you're sorry, you'll help me.
Robert had nothing to do with Katie's accident because he was with me.
He's using you.
It's not his fault.
I know you're lying.
I just lied to my mum.
You outed me.
I had to give you an alibi.
Give yourself one more night.
Dang.
I was just sick of them putting all the blame on you.
You're nothing.
I had to leave early yesterday because of work, but I'm here now. Well, welcome. Work does come first.
You deserve better.
Work does come
I
first.
deserve better than you.
I love you. I need you.
Katie died because of me, Mum. Because of me.
Oh,
He
dang.
killed Katie, not you.
It's all your fault.
I'm so sorry.
After all these months, after everything he's done, he's still in here. What he says, it
Yikes.
still counts. So what sort of a person does that make me? That can't stop loving someone like him?
Boy, that's an apt title to this. He deserves better. Wow. Oh, gosh. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. Wow. That was pretty brutal. Unfortunately, a lot of people go through that, where they hold on to somebody that's not quite good for them or right for them. I'm assuming it's because he's not used to someone quite loving him, maybe like that, or maybe it's the first person to come along that he's really loved, and it's difficult to give up on that. But boy, it is so easy. It is so easy to forgive red flags if you're in love with somebody or they really love you, or vice versa, or at the same time. You kind of let things slide a little bit, but unfortunately, as you let things slide, they build up. And that can build resentment. That can build some like deep-seated anger issues. Like, it is tricky, because eventually that will come out, either during a fight or during, some normal occasion. Sometimes the red flags look a little beige. Yes, exactly. Sometimes they're, they're like a cross between green and red, and you're just like, I don't know if that's a deal. See, the problem is, how do you know if a red flag is a deal breaker? And how do you know if a red flag is something that can be fixed? And the only way you're going to know that is if you bring it up and talk about it. But that's the tricky part. You got to actually bring it up. And it might lead to a fight, might lead to an argument, but it's got to be addressed. If it's a red flag to you, you just got to bring it up. But yeah, that's tough, because it's there's got to be different shades of red based on severity of the flag. Oh God, it's so tricky. Love is tricky. It is difficult, but I think anything can be worked out. Obviously, there's some pretty hard lines there, Cheating seems to be the big red flag and big deal breaker for a lot of people. But I think most quote unquote red flags could probably be worked out. Does a red flag equal deal breaker? Or do you have to have a certain number of red flags for it to be a deal breaker? That's the question. Is it the old classic baseball 3 strikes and you're out? Oh, gosh. Oh, relationships are tricky. All right. Aaron Dingle is his name. Is the son of Chas Dingle and Gordon Livesey. and the half-brother of Liv Flaherty and Grace and Eve Dingle. He's also a strange husband of Robert Sugden and father figure to Robert's young son, Seb. His early days in Emmerdale, Aaron was involved with the criminal McFarland family. After this, he made a pass at his best friend, Adam Barton, coming to terms with his homosexuality, attempting ending himself, is what we'll say. His relationship with Jackson Walsh, helping Jackson commit the act of ending himself, and subsequently hurting himself over the grief and guilt. I'm trying to dance around YouTube standards. Aaron returned to Emmerdale in August 2014. He becomes involved in a heist, with Donna and Ross, clearing his name on a charge of arson, an affair with Robert, his subsequent role in Katie's utter demise, the return of his hurting himself, revealing that he was repeatedly forced upon by his father when he was a child, reuniting with his estranged half-sister, Liv, rekindling his relationship with Robert, being arrested for attacking... Good God, this is a rap sheet. Holy crap. Utter demise, yes. I'm thinking on the fly. I'm editing real time here. And subsequently sentenced to a year of imprisonment and suffering from bullying, panic attacks, and drug abuse while in prison. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. This is a difficult character. Wow. Going through it. All right, so started off as a kid actor. Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh, what a complicated character. Holy crap. Boy, that really reveals a lot of that video, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. A lot of that was not touched in the video. And I'm not surprised. Some layers to this character here for sure. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of layers to this bloomin' onion. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, he does deserve better, clearly. But he's also making some bad mistakes himself, like the heist nonsense and having affairs with people. Like, that is self-inflicted, unfortunately. But obviously that was brought on by quite a bit of trauma. Honestly, it sounds like he needs a lot of therapy. A lot of therapy. And good people around him, you know? That can never be understated. Sometimes you really need to change the people you have around you. Oh my gosh. Wow, this completely just destroyed what I was going to talk about. Because it is much worse than that video made it out to be. That video made it seem like it was just, you know, his mom outed him or something. And then he was having an affair with a guy who didn't love him or didn't love him enough to really be with him and was hurting him constantly. Boy, this is totally different. Anyway, yeah, I would say, well, number one, it's best for Adam to move on. Not Adam, Aaron. Best for Aaron to move on. And the only way to do that is to get back out there. That is a fact. That's the number one way to realize that there is more people out there in the world, is to get back out there. If you're just stewing in it constantly and just constantly thinking about it, the past, what went wrong, what you could have done differently, etc., you will go crazy. You will literally just sit there and stew in it, and that is never good, which is why so many times you have friends like, let's get them back out there, you know, let's take them out for a night on the town kind of thing, and just kind of push the friend out into the public again You know, usually a bar or club or something. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, the best way to get over someone is to... what's that saying? The best way to get over someone is to get under someone? That's not exactly healthy, okay? I get it. It's hilarious. It's funny, but it's not healthy. You need to actually get over the person. And one of the best ways to do that is to realize life is short. Life is short. You're going to come across many people. You're going to be in love with many people. It's very rare that you're going to be in love with someone for the first time and then you get married, have kids, you know, whatever you want to do, and live happily ever after. That is so far from most people's reality. I don't know. How many people do you think on average the average person loves in their lifetime romantically? That is a good question. Let me look that up. I'm going to say like love romantically. Oh gosh. I'm going to say 5. Is that too much of an average? That might be too high. 3 seems like a good guess. 3 seems like a good guess. It's not too high. It's not too low. Because obviously there's going to be people in there that have like 1 or 2, and that's going to bring down the average. How many people does the average person love in their lifetime? "19 fascinating statistics about love in 2024. I have no... Okay, this is from a Gallup poll. 52% of people... All right, let's bring this up. What am I doing? Come on now. Because of the first love, the love that makes you believe in love again, and the love that you spend forever with. Oh, that is well put. That is well put. I like that. According to the Gallup poll, 52% of respondents said they believed in love at first sight. Do I believe in love at first sight? I think I more believe in lust at first sight than love. I think love is something that's built on getting to know somebody. Yeah, I think I more believe in lust at first sight. 88% of Americans marry for love, making this the most common motivation for the union. Boy. Unfortunately, that's a high percentage of people not marrying for love. Like, what? I guess it's out of necessity or money, or they feel like they have to. Maybe there was a kid or something. Boy, that is a shocking number right there. It seems high. You're like 88%. That's good. But then you're like, ooh, that's a lot of people not marrying for love. I definitely believe in lust or intrigue at first sight. To truly love someone, you love their flaws and things that make them good, in my own opinion. Yeah, that's a good opinion. I like that. Lust or intrigue. Intrigue is a good one to put. Yeah. Right. There's a difference between love and like lifelong love. That is totally different. A recent survey found that 61% of men and women desire to get married. I wonder what the age range of this is. That is a good question. About 19% of teenagers are currently involved in romantic relationships. In 2024, an estimated 47% of Americans will be single. The average length of courtship is 2 years. 33% of marriages in the U.S. end in divorce. That seems down, doesn't it? Wasn't it usually like close to like 50%? Or is that involving like second marriages, third marriages? Because I know the more you get married, the more percentage of divorce goes up, which makes sense. Once you've done it once, it's like not a big deal. There's no stigma to it. You're just like, go our separate ways. The average American spends $20,000. $20,000 on their wedding day. In contrast to spending $7,500 on their divorce. Oh, God. That's almost 30 grand. That's a down payment on a house. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can you imagine blowing 20 grand in a day? That's crazy. I get that it's an important day, right? You're declaring your love in front of your family and friends. It's a big day. But 20 grand. I would rather have an intimate wedding over a huge wedding. Agreed. Completely agreed. 20 grand to me is just absurd. I would much rather save that money for a down payment on a house. That's unbelievable. Or how about, $8 grand for the wedding and $5 grand for the honeymoon. Make it like a nice trip or something. I'd much rather do that than 20 grand on a festivity. That's crazy. $7,500 on a divorce. That's well, that doesn't tell the full story. Because if you're splitting up finances, that's costing a heck of a lot more than $7,500. Plus, you have the headache of like selling a house, splitting it 50-50, dividing up cars. Like, it's just a ton. And then the lawyers make a ton of money. It's, gosh. I am firmly in the camp of a prenuptial agreement. And postnuptial, apparently, is important to show that it wasn't signed in duress. 45% of adults in the U.S. say they are satisfied with their love life. 45%? Oh, God. These numbers are wild. The average person will kiss 29 people in their lifetime. On average, people have happy fun time 104 times per year. Studies have connected laughter to the enjoyable aspects of a relationship. Yeah, if you're not laughing, happy fun time. Notice how I just made that PG. Well, I guess G, actually. Studies have connected laughter to enjoyable aspects of it. Yeah, if you're not laughing, you're, I don't know what kind of relationship you're in, but seems more like a business transaction. If you're not laughing, I don't know what you're doing. Men have 5% higher faith in their romantic feelings and consider leaving their partners less. That kind of makes sense. We are, as men, as a man, pretty simple, actually. Easy to keep happy is what I'll say. Women take longer to fall in love. The evidence indicates that being in a relationship positively affects your personality. Yeah, of course. If it's a good relationship, you're probably happier or more joyful, better to be around. 40% of long-distance relationships fail due to trust issues and a lack of physical intimacy. 40%. Yeah, I could see that. Being that far away, what's the ways you can combat that? So I'm assuming with trust issues, the way to combat that is to share your location with whoever you're with, just so they can see where you are. And that kind of quells that a little bit. And then obviously when you get together, you can turn that off. But I guess that's the only way to combat that, other than just having blind faith and just trusting the person. Lack of physical intimacy. I mean, there's no way of getting around that, other than, some other stuff, which isn't physical. 97% of those who marry their first love think they will be together until death. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, unfortunately, I did not see. Hold on. 20 grand. That's crazy. That's crazy. We only fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime. A study shows that we fall in love with 3 people in our lifetime. Well, son of a gun. Rin, you got it. First love, aka the fairy tale ending. Second love is what you would consider to be the hard love. Third love, no one expects. The love that will surprise you and will make any negative idea we once had about love just disappear. This love is considered to be the easy love. The love that is simple with no... Okay. What love is ever simple with no complications? I am calling BS on that. I'm calling total BS on that. This love is not the one we dreamed of, does not follow any rules, will break all notions we had about our greatest love and what it would look like. This love not only teaches us how to feel love, but also how to give love. You might be a genius, because you called that. Wow. Okay. Dang. Well, Aaron, get on that. Find somebody else. This is clearly your second love. I have no idea if it is in the show, but it seems like the trouble love, or the hard love, as it said. All right, Aaron, I wish you well. The second video is Spencer and Trina, The Other Side. The Other Side. Let me go ahead and hide that. And boop.
I don't wanna know who we are without each other. It's just too hard. I don't wanna leave here without you.
This literally applies to Aaron.
Trina, you have nothing to worry about. Esmee is not a threat to us.
I don't think she's actively trying to drive us apart, but I think nothing would make her happier than having you all to herself.
I would never let that happen.
But she already knows that you're committed to Ace. And I think she loves the fact that you're a father figure to him.
Yes, and I don't see anything wrong with me filling that role for my brother.
That's just it. That is just it. He is your brother, not your son. He's not your responsibility. Your father needs to be taking care of him.
That's a good point. That is a really good point. Oh my gosh. I saw that baby the first time and I thought it was his kid with another woman.
All you talk of wanting to be your own man, you are every bit of Cassadine.
He's still the same Nicholas Cassadine. Everyone else be damned.
No matter what you think of Nicholas, he did a good job with you. He raised the man that I fell in love with.
I'm not going to lie. Changing your little brother's poopy diapers sounds insane to me. That sounds ludicrous.
I love you. But my brother's always going to be a part of my life.
And I get that. I would never ask you to walk away from him. But it seems like you want to be more than just his brother. Where does that leave us?
Trina, don't ask me to choose between you and Ace. You're not going to have an answer.
What is happening?
Don't worry. I'll save you the trouble.
You
Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. Wow. I do think asking someone to choose between family and love is unfair. Obviously, circumstances matter, though. Right. I completely agree. That's a bit tough. I don't like ultimatums. But I understand boundaries. That's a tough little thin line there between ultimatum and boundaries. Sometimes I guess you have to give an ultimatum to enforce your boundaries. And if the other person doesn't want to play ball with that, move on. I'm trying to find... I want to find like information on all right, let's find this. This will probably be interesting. Yeah, I don't know how to take that. That was very odd. I kind of get it though. I guess by looking after his brother, it's bringing Esmee into the picture. So I understand why Trina is trying to push that. Come on now. What? What? Somebody's playing a weird joke on this. This is funny. Needs more context to fully understand, but I can see both sides. Yeah. Agreed. This is hilarious. Somebody put Taylor Lautner's photo as Spencer Cassidy. What? What even is this? Team Jacob. What even is this? Is this a TV show? Is this separate? What the heck is even this? I am so confused at this. I am so confused. What is this? I don't know what fourth dimension I went into right now, but this is crazy. I don't know what the heck that was. Like, what? Look, I need to figure out. Question is, what is the name of... Boy, this is harder to find than it should be, isn't it? All right, there's Spencer. All right. You know what? I'm just going to wait for the comments because I know people are going to put context to this. That is a bit odd that he is looking after his younger brother. Obviously, his brother died, I believe. Boy, whoever set this up was not thinking. I think his brother was the baby and Esmee was the mother. Yeah, I think so. I kind of get it. You know, if you have a new relationship, you want to be close to the other person. And if Esmee's getting close, you kind of worry about what's going on there. But there's got to be some sort of code there, sibling code, that you don't go after your sibling's widow. Like, what? Like, that would never even cross my mind. But the fact that that was ever entertained is a little weird. But then again, when you're royal and, you know, things tend to, I don't know, stay within the family. But that is just, yeah, no, that's not good. That is so gross. That is so gross. I don't know how you could even manage to do that. But yeah, I totally get Trina's point. Honestly, I'd be looking in on the situation and just being like, ugh, what you got going on there? Oh, God. I'm having trouble right now because I'm literally putting myself in the situation of Spencer, and it's just, no. That's disgusting. That's gross. I could never. Just, oh, God. I totally get Trina's point, and I get the ultimatum. And, yeah, that's weird. Oof. God. I'm moving on. Video 3, Arrowverse, 7 Nation Army. Let's get a palate cleanser here.
Misconceptions humanity holds dear is the fallacy that all beings are created equal. There are those who are greater. They're called heroes. But even among heroes, there are different echelons. The highest belong to those known as the Paragons. They are the only hope of all creation.
They're gonna fight me.
By any means necessary.
To their very last breath.
So what do you think that's going to do? Bullets bounced off of me. I'm pissed.
Take it out on that. Anyone else want to be a hero?
How do you feel about us? You mean looking at your reflection? Seeing only weakness?
You know what I love about this is that most people, when they probably start, I don't know which one was the first Arrowverse show. It's probably Arrow, right? Most people probably didn't know watching this that there was going to be this massive come together of all these different shows. Because I'm assuming they weren't all on at the same time initially. You know, one started and then another one started, and then they eventually came together. That's fantastic. I almost wish I had gotten into the Arrowverse when it was, you know, just getting started, because I think that would have been a fun ride to be on.
Why do you care if I take your own?
Yeah, Arrow was first, which was really cool because Flash was introduced through Arrow. That's so neat. That is so neat. I love when showrunners and production companies like come together and like really think this stuff through.
It's extremely badass. You.
not only building like an audience, it's building upon an audience. It's making like die-hard fans.
And we're going to show these people that this Earth belongs to us. I don't abandon my friends.
It's time to get your friends.
I mean, it builds shots like that. That's so cool.
Visitors from another Earth? Or more than one?
A crisis is imminent. Someone is coming.
Humanity, truth, love, destiny, honor, courage, and hope.
I immediately thought of Captain Planet. Earth, water, wind. By our powers combined. Oh, God. I know that's not meant to be funny, but that's literally what just popped into my mind. They definitely did because Barry didn't have his powers the first episode he appeared in. That's so cool. That is really neat. And that is like taking it back to the start, which is really cool.
Still think he's in this?
Yeah! I'm the original vigilante, Barry.
Batman's real. Super speed. I don't have it.
Why do you have a kryptonite arrow?
A special kind of idiot. He told me I would kill you.
It's over.
Things just got so much worse.
Let's kick some ass! Watch out!
Okay, some of that CG is bad, like real bad. But I get it. They don't have the budget. They don't have the time.
This universe. I believe my entire life prepared me for this fight.
We're in the fight of our lives here.
Yeah, I can do that too.
We talk about this.
Guess not.
Carrie, step outside.
You really did it this time?
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Nazis? Aliens. Aliens. Aliens.
I hate Nazis.
That was one of the funniest reactions I think I've ever done.
So that's like a tie, right?
I was just like, what? This is a storyline?
Where am I?
You're in speed, Barry.
That's where we first met.
Now you're listening to me?
It's your city, Oliver. Now you'll listen to me.
It's your city.
Maybe if you save Star City, you might get one too. It's the key to saving the world. I don't like this part.
You bear the flame.
Man, can you imagine if you could clap like that?
We're all that's left.
What was that? It reminded me of Infinity War. The snap from Thanos and people just disappeared. All right, I want to look up some information in the Arrowverse. Here we go. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw out some love. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Let me switch this over. Boom. All right, the CW began airing Arrow in fall 2012. Boy, that was a while ago. Due to its success, the network began production for a Flash spin-off the following year. Wow, that's quick. That is quick. It must have been really popular that first season. Barry Allen was planned to be introduced in the 8th and 9th episodes of the show's second season, followed by the 20th episode, acting as a backdoor pilot. That's so smart. Wow, that's smart. You don't even have to shoot a pilot for the other show. You can just kind of bleed into it and then carry that audience right into the Flash show. That's unbelievably smart. However, after executives saw the initial episodes, they decided to order the series straight to pilot. Wow. Popular. In early 2015, the CW announced a web series for Vixen to air on the CW Seed. What the hell is that? What the heck is CW Seed? Digital arm of the CW network. Oh. Gotcha. Everybody's got their own digital arm. I remember learning about DC's streaming service that HBO bought. And I'm like, that was a thing? I didn't even hear about that. 2 months later, the CW announced an additional series, Legends of Tomorrow, to air in early 2016. Wow. Okay, Arrow, 170 episodes. Flash, 184. Flash just ended. Supergirl, 126. Yeah, so 2012, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. Yeah, we're not going to count Batwoman. I saw some videos on Batwoman and some clips. Yikes. Some of the writing was pretty cringe. And they did not have a budget at all for that show. Superman and Lois still going, 43 episodes. I do prefer the later seasons of Batwoman, whereas I prefer the earlier seasons of the others. Were the later seasons better? Interesting. I did not know that. Maybe it was just kind of like a rough patch at the beginning. Like they were still trying to find where they wanted to take it. Yeah, this is... Oh, here we go. Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is really fascinating that they did that. The writing was a lot better when they hired the new Batwoman actress. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's odd. Why was it suddenly better? I guess they just hired, or they just figured out what they wanted to do with it. Boy, this must have been such a win for the CW network. And I mean, it's very reminiscent of what Netflix did with Marvel. Those shows were so good. So good. Right when I was worn out on the big blockbuster Marvel movies, they came out with those Netflix shows, and it was so good. So good. Breath of fresh air for sure. New characters, new worlds. They brought them together like in a quote-unquote, Legends of Tomorrow or Justice League or Avengers kind of way. They had more free range with the storyline as it was an original character. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Sometimes that can be good. Sometimes that can be bad. If it's like a well-established character with a lot of backstory and, sometimes that's just easy to write. It kind of has a built-in audience. But I suppose maybe those writers are just better at creating things. Wow. Yeah. Epic. Epic for sure. They also made sure that the characters' stories intertwined, so it wasn't completely from left. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I could see where that would get pretty tricky. Because I'm assuming Batwoman has an audience, from the comics and whatnot. And you don't want to lose them, certainly. One thing that kind of stuck out to me was the fact that Oliver Queen Arrow was on the ground a lot of times. Kind of reminds me of Batman, where he, he's just a dude in a suit and stuff happens. You can clearly see the differences in characters through their combat and how they act and what happens to them. The one scene that really sticks to mind is I'm trying to remember. I think it was Avengers Endgame with Tony Stark in that spaceship just dying, just completely dying, and then Captain Marvel just flies up and is just like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And you're just like, "Oh yeah, there's layers to this for sure." Yeah, it's honestly hilarious, especially in crossovers. Yeah, I bet. It is very apparent that there is tiers to the characters. Very much like Justice League, where, they bring back Clark, Superman, and everyone's just terrified of him. Even Batman, terrified. What kind of, Clark are we bringing back? Is it going to be Clark? Is it going to be some psychotic, Everyone's just treating him with kid gloves. The moment I truly love in that movie, because that movie was kind of rough. I get it. I actually saw Justice League on Thanksgiving one year. And the part that really sticks out to me that I truly love, I love it, I think it was one of the great moments, is when Superman has like a hold of two different people. I forget who they are, like Batman maybe and somebody else. And then the Flash kind of runs around him in super speed, and he just looks at him. And you just see the Flash's face go like, uh-oh. That was one of the best moments in that movie. It was only a split second of the movie, but it had its moments. Oh my gosh. I truly love that. All right, next on the list is, it's a long video, heads up, Rick and Michonne from The Walking Dead. It is their story from Season 3, Episode 6, until Season 9, Episode 6. I have no idea why those episodes are important. I'm assuming that's where they get introduced, and didn't Walking Dead last more than 9 seasons? So maybe that's just where they decided to cut off the video, maybe. It's going to be interesting. Dance time. Right. I tried to pick a nice upbeat song, for that. Glad you enjoy it.
I thought I was dead and gone. She was my first friend.
I love Michonne. She's the same actress who plays Okoye in Black Panther. Nice.
Better than how it used to be.
I did not know that.
Finding her and all this, that was everything.
He had a wife. He met her. And this? Yeah. And this.
I will say this. The Walking Dead, when it first came out, was a phenomenon. That was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. Everyone was talking about it. It was huge. They had after shows of people talking about it called Talking Dead, I think it was. Everyone was talking about this show. It was a must-see TV. Walking Dead walked so Game of Thrones could run, is basically the gist of it. Now, it did fall off from popularity and people stopped talking about it. I don't know when exactly that happened. Maybe season 5, 6, something like that. It was still big. I mean, clearly it was still big. We have spin-offs galore from that show. Just crazy amounts of spin-offs, including a new one, I think. But yeah, it was so big. Everyone was talking about it everywhere you went. I think I watched up until I went through the jail stuff when they were staying in the jail. And then I think I stopped right as they got to, or no, I saw a little bit of when they got to Sanctuary, I think it was called. Fear of the Walking Dead, yes. Fear of the Walking Dead was a spinoff. They just came out with a new one, I think. The Ones Who Lived, or something like that. Yeah, it's still going on, I think. But yeah, I made it to like halfway through Sanctuary, I think it was called. And then I just lost track because I was so busy doing stuff. I think what really messed me up on the show was the fact that I think I went to college. I'm trying to remember the years this was on.
Yeah, no problem.
I've got to figure it out.
No, I don't have a problem.
Thank you. Thank you. Reading is free now.
Not yet welcome.
Ain't okay with her.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, I take that back. I was in college when it started.
I know you see things.
Oh, I became an adult. That's what happened. I was thrust into the world.
I'm dry.
Yeah.
Good. I see things. I want my show. Turn her over and this all goes away. She's worth it. One woman worth all those lives in her prison.
What you're about to do,
I can't.
Watching her through a scope.
The deal the governor offered about me, you had to think about it. I get it.
I'm sorry.
I never thanked you.
What?
Getting me out there that day. Taking me in.
Well, if you didn't have that baby formula, I wouldn't have.
You could have just taken the formula.
Must have been something else then. It was called, made the call. You're one of us. Glad to see you.
Glad to see you too.
Carl.
And I found this. Your face is in
You stay a little while.
just a little while.
Oh my gosh, that moment when he realizes that his wife is dead or was bit or whatever, and he just comes out of the jail and just starts like crying and what, why, that moment was huge.
See you soon? Pretty soon.
You all right?
And that became such an epic meme.
Help with that?
things break, but they can still grow.
know the answer.
There's no restaurant. You'll take root.
What?
We'll have a whole new plan.
For you. Thank you. I'm laughing in there. I can't be his father and his best friend. He needs you. And I know that's a lot to throw in this. If you're ever feeling
Couldn't film one of these shows, you'd be laughing too hard at the extras who play the zombies. Yeah, exactly. You know. Luckily for the show, at least, or the cast, they were slow-moving zombies. You know, isn't it like World War Z and Resident Evil where the zombies, like, run? Like, full-up sprint towards you? Like, that would be terrifying. You would have to act so fast. And you just constantly be on the run. I just imagine the directors being like, louder, please. Yeah, absolutely.
like you need a break.
And the amount of makeup it would take to make everyone into a zombie.
Don't take a break. We need you strong. Just rest. Slow down. I was gone for
This was a trauma bond before trauma bond became a popular phrase.
a long time. Dad brought me back.
But it does seem like one built on love at least.
You did.
You okay? I'm okay. Al.
Possibility. It's a chance. Instead of just being out here. Instead of just making it. Because right now, this is what making it looks like.
Ooh, damn.
Don't you want
Got him.
one more day with a chance?
That's not a way to get ahead in life.
We need this. That look wasn't a let's attack that man look. It was he seems like an okay guy to me look. So we're going, all of us.
Okay.
This is such a foobar situation.
Go.
I like how she looks exactly the same, and then Rick is just getting more and more just rugged.
Ready? How long was I in there for?
20 minutes.
I've never seen your face like that. Deanna hasn't given me a job
You want one?
yet. Yeah. Deal. She almost stopped you. She knocked you out.
I deserved it. She's with us. We were here the whole time.
All right. Rick, you ready?
I was afraid. You talked me out of it. You could have.
Sure.
Did you take one of my protein bars?
No. I think you can find a way.
He did this.
No. We can find a way. Rick was out there. I was out there.
I will say, this show kind of freaked me. That's a good pause screen. I will say, this show kind of freaked me out. It was like the first ever major zombie thing that I'd seen. It was terrifying at moments. It was brutal. It was very much Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones, where you might absolutely love a character, and then the next moment they're gone. It's just, it was brutal.
And if we don't, I'm still with you.
They need you.
Oh my God, they did. So yeah, they did.
Hold on. He needs my help.
What do you want?
Totally random. Didn't have to be at like the end of a season.
Spearmint and baking soda. That's my favorite.
As soon as I get it.
I saw what you did.
Because it should be someone who loves her, someone who's family.
They did a really great job at making this seem like a survival situation.
What is it for you?
Constantly edge of your seat. Even in these quiet moments, they just surprise the hell out of you sometimes.
What do you want for you?
It's like they were purposely trying to lull you into these, oh, look, they're kissing. And then all of a sudden a zombie comes out of nowhere.
What the hell are you doing in our house? Waiting for your mom and dad to get dressed.
I was gonna tell you about me and Michonne, but it just happened last night. This is different.
Oh, thanks, Dad, for the info. Appreciate it.
It's cool.
God, keep it to yourself.
You up for this?
It's gonna be a fight.
For what?
What?
Everything we need is right here, inside these walls. And we're not losing any of it again. I don't know.
Solid plan of action.
Michonne did steal that protein bar. Is Michonne here? She's still out there too. Any second now. Any second.
Afraid. That's Michonne's.
Go back to it. Need somebody close.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a little spoiler heavy. Oh, Negan.
You don't have to do this. We understand. We understand.
God, I hate that man.
Bet you thought you were all gonna grow old together, sitting around the table at Sunday dinner and happily ever
Oh, yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a great actor.
I know what's in the bag. I know what you're doing.
I was first introduced to him in the Starz show Magic City, which was about a casino owner in Miami. It was a great show. Fantastic show.
What am I doing out there?
Unfortunately, it was canceled after 2 seasons.
Michonne, could she possibly doesn't have anything they're looking for. Not losing you, Carl.
I think the last I heard they were going to make a movie out of it. I don't know if that ever came to fruition. I don't think it did.
I know Judith isn't mine. I love her. She's my daughter, but she isn't mine. I had to accept that. This is how we live now. You have to accept this. Change your mind.
All right, bit of a split up there.
I found what I was looking for. I wanted to go with you and Aaron. But I couldn't. I had to go my way. But when I found it, I realized I didn't want it to be my way. I wanted it to be ours. Me and you.
Now that is sweet.
Alive. We're still here. The two of us. We're still standing. We're the ones who get things done. You can fight. We're the ones who win. We can fight them, Rick.
Okay.
We can find a way to beat them. All right. We can do this. Come on.
What in the hell?
Only if we do this.
You have to replace the one you lost. I know that now. I know that now.
2 days. I really need to get back.
Day and a half more. Day in the morning.
We're okay. We don't have to find them right now.
That's mom.
We'll fight the fight. It's better.
Yeah, I know. Just a little more. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What? It's a deer. Oh, dear.
D-
Let's see. We can order the world his way. It's up to us to reorder it once he's gone, right? It should be here.
I mean, the two of us, you and me, be ordering things together. I want that. If it's something you wanted.
Yeah.
Trying to balance the audio. It's not going well.
I tried. I still love you more. I could have gone a couple more days. I wouldn't like that. What we're doing now, making a future for Judith, for Glenn and Maggie's babies, fighting for that's living. You showed me.
Oh, Glenn and... Oh, okay. That's their baby.
I keep the cat.
Fight for him.
The place, the people, each other.
Yours.
Yours again.
You can't lose me.
Wait a minute. That's the only people that survived out of the main group? That's stunning. I did not know that.
And if it's me who doesn't make it, you're gonna have to lead the others forward. So you're the one who can. So, are you alive?
How do you know?
Because you led me here. I know. We are. We will.
I will say, I did not like the character of Shane in the beginning. He was supposed to be like the antagonist. A classic meme of who is, or what is that? What is that? Or who is that? Who is that? As he's running. Looking back, Shane was a great character. Great character. Just perfect. John Barenthal played that character beautifully. It's just amazing. Yeah, you hated him. Yeah, it's easy to hate. Great actor, but the character annoyed me. Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely antagonist, for sure. Coming after Rick's wife, too. Ooh-wee. That was juicy. That was a juicy couple seasons there. It was perfect for the initial seasons, though. Brought that drama.
This is my show. You said it.
This is my show? All right, Carl.
Show.
Oh. Oh, boy.
They got bit.
Damn.
Supposed to be released. Okay. I don't want you to be sad or jealous or angry. You should be good, okay? Sure. Dad. That's what Dad is before he was mine. No, it's yours. You're gonna have to be strong.
Rip Carl.
For Judas. For yourself. My best friend, Shyy. You're not. You can't see it yet. How can you? I am. It was all for you. I want this for you. And make it real. I want this job is to protect us. That's just a lie. It's I know. So deal with it.
Oh, man, that must have been brutal to watch. Brutal.
Do it for yourself. But I still can. Used to say
That was the last connection he had to his original family. Dang.
When it happened to me.
The way I shed too many tears at this scene. Yeah, I bet.
Carl wrote that because he wanted you to read it. It is one of the last things he ever did. You're staying.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to be.
I love you.
I love you too.
Damn. That's brutal.
You told me about the walks we'd take when I was 3. Holding your hand, I felt happy and special. And go on those walks with Judith. She'll remember them.
We've both lost everything. Everything good.
We haven't lost everything.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
It's dripping from the heart. It's okay.
I'm surprised. Actually, I'm kind of surprised Carl made it that long, to be brutally honest.
It's dripping on you.
You want to tell me about the painting?
That's our house. We meet Maggie, and the king, and all our friends.
What's that grumpy face?
Because don't be there face.
You're doing a grumpy face?
He has a happy face too.
It's funny. It's big time.
That's Daddy's big tongue.
Famous Rick.
Oh, God damn it. Don't you start to me.
That's sweet. Don't let me get you that.
I get so lucky.
Fast enough. It's time to run a little, don't you think? Famous Rick crime.
I've been feeling that sneeze coming for like 5 minutes. It's like, what is it? When's it gonna happen?
Judith has a cold. I'm gonna take her just a drink, just in case.
Thank you
For what?
for everything you've done. For everything you're doing. For you.
You want me to stop creating the foundations of a new civilization.
But I can think of another way to build for the future. I'll join you.
Come on, Daddy.
We're gonna have to promise a family one day just to get her to stay.
They had finally killed all the zombies. So I'm assuming they just hacked and shot their way to an area that didn't have a lot of people, maybe? Just kind of rural?
Yeah? Okay. For the future. My sons are gone.
You know what's really sadly true about this? Is that as soon as this were to go down, like a zombie apocalypse or something, the electrical grid, whatever, people would turn to monsters pretty quick, unfortunately. Even in, the times of COVID and the pandemic, people were literally fighting over toilet paper. Now imagine if there was no trucking of supplies or running water or anything like that. How fast would people turn into this? Pretty quick. It is very, I think it's like 3 or 4 days, and then all hell would break loose. I would love to have such clear skin during a zombie apocalypse. Completely off topic, but true, right? Oh my gosh. And you know what's funny about some of these shows is that they'll have like perfect haircuts or hairstyles throughout the entirety of it. And you're just like, where are you getting that done? Like, where does that happen? It's never shown. It's just a thing.
But this world is going to be better for my daughter and for every other child that comes into it.
But yeah, things would go pretty bad pretty quick.
For my family. I'm looking for my family.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Hey! Speaking of Shane.
He butchered Rick in front of you instead of Glenn.
I need to find my family.
Family. You're not gonna find them because they're not lost. And you are not lost. It's not over. We don't die. I don't know why I fell in love with you. Because you're a fighter. And you'll never give up.
This isn't real.
Yes, it is. Now wake up.
Oh my gosh, so many characters that are no longer alive.
I know you're here. I'm still here too. But it hasn't gotten any easier. But even now, after all this time, surrounded by darkness, there are still flashes of light. Tiny beacons that shine out.
I love you.
I love you too. It's not over.
It's never over. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was the end. Oh, wow. I didn't know when that was ending. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. That was a big video. I'm sure that took a lot of time. Good grief. That was a lot. That was a lot of scenes that I have not seen. And a lot of Rick and Michonne that I had not seen as well. Wow. Beautiful show. It started in 2010. Started in 2010, went until 2022. I wonder how they filmed around the pandemic. That was great, honestly. Yeah, it was. That was really well done. That was like a full arc. Very much told a story and included a lot of good moments that I hadn't seen. Premiered October. Yeah, premiered on Halloween. I forgot about that. Series concluded after 11 seasons and 177 episodes. Until his departure on the show in the 9th season. What? He disappeared after the 9th season? That's wild. I think it's one of the first major shows that filmed in Georgia. I remember seeing the Georgia credit at the end of the episodes in the credits, and I'm like, usually you don't see Georgia as a filming location. Ratings juggernaut, yeah. Beginning with the 3rd season, Walking Dead attracted the most 18 to 49-year-old viewers of any cable or broadcast television series. The series was positively received by critics, of course, nominated for several awards. Viewership declined during later seasons. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I stopped watching. Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead World Beyond, Tales of the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead Dead City, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, which is still going on, The Walking Dead The Ones Who Live, as well as several webisodes and video games. Holy cow. That's a lot of spinoffs. That is a ton of spinoffs. Yeah, I remember Fear the Walking Dead. And at that point, 2015, I'm like, people are still watching this? Wow. Like, they have that much viewership that they can spawn an entirely different show and people will watch it. And it went for a while, too. And the fact that they're still coming out with shows is incredible. Yeah, they are so lucky that the zombies were walking. Running zombies is just the worst thing I could think of. Early in the series, it is suggested that because any human who dies will reanimate as a walker regardless of cause of death, all living humans carry a pathogen responsible for the mutation that turns humans into walkers. No pathogen is ever confirmed, however. The mutation is activated after the death of the host. The only way to permanently kill a walker is to damage its brain or to destroy the body entirely via cremation. Initially, the series centers on Rick Grimes. Rick becomes the leader of a group of survivors. What's up, Morgan? The Ones Who Live is the Rick and Michonne spinoff. It is a limited series and includes an episode written by Michonne. I cannot say her name. I will not butcher it. Michonne, who also wrote a Tony-nominated play. Wow, that's incredible. That is really good. Holy crap. That's talent right there. Shane. Best friend Shane. Lori, that's the wife name. I couldn't think of it. I was trying to think about it through an entire video. I could not come up with Lori. Let's see. I think... Yeah, finds a prison in season 3. Let's see. The governor. I remember that. Terminus. Terminus is the name of the safe haven. Residents have become cannibals. Yep, they try to lead people there. All right, so maybe I stopped watching... I probably stopped watching right around 5 and 6. Because I never got to Negan at all. That makes a lot of sense timing-wise. That's when I moved across the country. And I just completely got into the 8 to 5 work days, and just completely lost myself. I was just constantly tired. What a beautiful show. I remember the first couple seasons just scaring the heck out of me. So many jump scares and the zombie stuff was extra gory. Oh my gosh. Nothing was like that before. I don't remember anything quite like that, other than movies, of course. But it really kicked off a whole genre of zombies. Call of Duty zombies came a thing. What is it? Dead Island? A ton of video games revolving around zombies because of this show. Yeah, what a trip. I like the fact that so many people from or at least a couple people from the original group made it out. I'm actually really surprised Carl made it that far. I thought Carl would be gone pretty quick after Michonne came into the picture. But in reality, when I think about it, that was his one thing tying Rick to Lori and the original family. So it makes sense that they kind of dragged that on a little bit longer. And they probably made a huge moment out of that Carl death. Gosh, that was such a beautiful edit. I am stunned. It makes me want to go back and finish the series. I want to see the ratings on this. I wonder if it's on this Wikipedia page. Look at the episode climb. 6, 13, 16, 16, 16, 16, all the way up to 22 and 24. They probably knew that it was going to end. So they just ordered more seasons to kind of round out the story. Because this is very rarely the case, where it ends on more episodes than even like the big chunk of it. Lawsuits? What? Breach of contract suits. Departure as showrunner during the second season came as a surprise. Shortly after the season's premiere and a few days after that year's Comic-Con. Filed a lawsuit citing a breach of contract. Interesting. All right, here we go. This is interesting. Critical reception, Rotten Tomatoes by season. Started off 87%. I mean, that's amazing. Metacritic is always... It's always going to skew lower because they just compile a bunch of reviews from different sources. Seems like it peaked on season 5. 90%. And with even more reviews, so that's impressive. Boy, it went down big during the Negan season and then just fell off a cliff in 7 and 8. But wow, it bounced back. Season 9. Boy, what a roller coaster. Why was season 9 all of a sudden like a saving grace? That's impressive. Ended on a pretty good note. 81%. That's not bad. Obviously, I would love to see ratings. Oh, here you go. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look at the fall off on those later seasons. So it actually grew in viewership. That's probably from word of mouth. People started talking about it more. Yeah, it grew tremendously. Look at that. 15 million viewers, basically 16. And then it just dropped off a cliff for those last two. 2 million. Wow. Average viewers, it dropped to 1.6 million for the last season. Good grief. That makes sense, though. That usually happens, especially the longer run series. But yeah, you can see the power of word of mouth there. How it just grew unbelievably to season 5 and 6 and 7 and 4. That's incredible. And I don't think that has anything to do with the marketing or advertising or anything like that. I think that is all word of mouth. Because once people started talking about it, like, oh, have you checked out this show? It's amazing. Let me tell you about it. Ratings decline was attributed to a variety of factors, including Rick's presumed death. By the end of season 9, the show had fewer viewers than it had at any time since its first season. Wow. Its 5th season premiere was 17.3 million, making it the most watched series episode in cable history. That's incredible. Wow. Yeah, unbelievable show. I'm glad it lasted that long. Obviously, it had a huge fan base. It had me on a weekly basis until halfway through the 5th season, maybe. I would like to go back and watch it, kind of finish it out. All right, the last, I think this is the last, is it? Yes, the last video of today is KinnPorsche. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Let's go ahead and jump into that.
I work all night, I work all day to pay the bills I have to pay. Ain't it sad? And still there never seems to be a single penny left for me. That's too bad. In my dreams, I have a plan. If I got me a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work at all. I'd fool around and have a ball. Money, 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 must be funny in the rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in the rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. It's a rich man's world. A man like that is hard to find, but I can't get him off my mind. Ain't it sad? And if he happens to be free, I bet he wouldn't fancy me. That's too bad. So I must leave. I'll have to go to Las Vegas or Monaco and win a fortune.
Oh,
in a
Las
game. My
Vegas.
life will never be the same.
Or as it's sometimes known, lost wages.
Money, 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 must be funny in the rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in the rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. Money, 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 must be funny in the rich man's world. Money, 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 always sunny in the rich man's world. All the things I could do if I had a little money. It's a rich man's world. It's a rich man's world.
It reminds me of The Hangover when they're in Vegas and they're toasting. And Alan slips him the groundies, the roofies. Money and power are very seductive, and that's probably why a lot of shows revolve around it. It's the ultimate, well, it's the ultimate thing that most people don't have, and it's intriguing for those of us that don't have it. We're just constantly looking at like, oh, I wonder what that's like. You know, what would my life be like with that? And certainly money is an important thing in that show. Trying to recover from debts and whatnot. Taking on a very dangerous position with basically a mobster as his bodyguard because you need money. And that is a quick buck. What is that saying that... What is that saying? Like, there's no such thing as a free lunch? Something like, oh, what is that saying about a quick buck? Money made quickly and easily and often dishonestly. This expression gave rise to fast buck artist for an individual, especially a swindler, intent on making money quickly. yeah, it is sometimes not the best option. It's usually not the best option. Greedy opportunists. Yeah. Well, what's amazing about that show is the fact that it's got a bit of humor in it, which is really nice. It kind of takes off some of the edge of some of the more action-y parts where you see people get shot or whatever, die. I do enjoy that. Sometimes you really want to watch a gritty mobster film where it's just all serious and it's all awful. But sometimes it's nice to have that in-between where it's, you know, it's got its funny moments, it's got the action, it's a nice balance. And KinnPorsche seems to keep that balance pretty well. Money, money, money. It's funny about Las Vegas. I flew there in 2019, and it was the most interesting flight I've ever been on because, you know, when you're flying to Las Vegas, chances are you're there for a vacation or something. I'm assuming not so often you're there for business. Maybe up in business class you are, but most people are not. And that's probably the only flight I've been on where people were just constantly drinking, ordering drinks. Like this guy in front of me a couple rows was just like, beer, 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 beer. Like just spending a ton of money on airline alcohol, which is very expensive. I think each beer was like $7, $8. But yeah, everybody watching her go down the line, and it was just order, 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 order. It was the most I've ever seen that. Like way more than going to Orlando and whatnot. Just unbelievable amount. It kind of gives off that vibe, KinnPorsche. It gives off the vibe like it's shot in Las Vegas. Especially a lot of those scenes that we just saw. Which is a good setting for anything mobster related. Obviously, Vegas was started by mobsters heavily. And there's money. There's a lot of money involved. A lot of giving money away, honestly. Sometimes you win, right? They got to have you win every once in a while so you keep coming back. But I guess if you're not as good, you lose more money more frequently. I've never really gambled. I mean, I've done like slot machines, but those are, you know, a few bucks here and there. It's not big money. Honestly, the tables kind of scare the crap out of me. If I'm being completely honest, the blackjack, poker, what else am I thinking of? Roulette. That stuff just scares the crap out of me. Being in front of all those people and like putting down bets and like hoping for the best. Like, I don't know if I could ever get into that. I don't mind playing poker with, you know, other friends or, you know, online poker. Like Apple, I didn't even know this. Apple has an app. It's just a poker game with no ads involved at all. So it's kind of fantastic. And you just play against AI. I downloaded that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, where was this? Why did they have this just randomly in the App Store? Like, it's the only app they have that's like that. But it's fantastic because there's no ads on it. As opposed to all the other ones that are just pop-up ads and music playing in the background and crazy stuff. I've seen a couple episodes of KinnPorsche. I really like it. It's a really well done show. It's beautiful. The acting is very funny. And it's also good. It's also a good storyline. Kind of reminds me of the video game. I don't know if you've ever played this, but it reminds me of the video game Sleeping Dogs, I think it's called. Is that what it's called? No, that's not what it's called. What is it called? It is called... Oh, it is called Sleeping Dogs. Okay. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs. Takes place in Hong Kong. Follows a martial artist and undercover police officer, Wei Shen, who infiltrates the Triad Gang. Very interesting, very fun. Comparable to GTA, I would say. Certainly less of a story. It's not as large of a game, but it is very good. It came out in 2012. Never even heard of it. I saw it once, and I started looking at the reviews of it and some gameplay footage, and I was like, wow, this is really good, and I never heard of it. So I played it. I beat it. Highly recommend it if you haven't played it. It does look a little aged at this point, but it's very similar. All right. That is it for the videos today. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit notifications on so you know when these eventually post, because this will get transferred over to YouTube, but it takes hours for this video of this size to process on YouTube. Follow the Twitch as well. Yes, thank you, Rin. Follow the Twitch as well. You'll get notified when I'm live. I think it does it automatically, if I'm not mistaken. Join me here. I will eventually be live streaming on YouTube when this gets more of like a standard programming, once a week, maybe twice a week. Join the Discord. Yes, join the Discord as well. There's links everywhere on the website, on YouTube, on Twitch. Links everywhere you can find them. ToddReacts.com. Winter collection of merch is available right now. This is the heavyweight hoodie. Got sweatpants, sweatshirt, beanie, denim jacket, and tons more. All in an array of colors to fit your style. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, night, whenever you watch this. And I shall see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, as I always say, and I do mean it. I do mean it. And I will see you on the next one. Take care, Rin. Thanks for joining. Morgan, thanks for joining as well. Yes, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.